Welcome back to video number 2 in this series of Christians and Money. Trudy Barron here. And this topic is about wages. Now, wages is the way that most people access money across the globe. Wages is the way that most people access money. Now, if you are a wage earner because you have a job, then this definitely applies to you. But you business owners, you're probably paying wages, so it also applies to you. Now, there are many verses that the Bible talks about wages, but I selected this one just for the sake of this conversation. 1 Timothy 5:18, for the scripture says, you shall not muzzle an ox when it treads out the grain, and the laborer deserves his wages. This verse, I think, captures a lot of concepts with regards to work and income. You shall not muzzle an ox when it treads out the grain. First of all, the job is treading out the grain. That is the job that is being done. And there are many, many employers that prohibit their employees from participating in what the result of their effort. There are many, many, many that do that. And this verse says, you shall not muzzle an ox when it treads out the grain. You know, there should be some extra benefit for working in a location. And if it is that grain spills out and you get the extra, that's great. You get a discount for being an employee. You get, if there are any leftover stock, you get to take it. Whatever the case may be, you get stock shares. You get to participate in profit sharing. I think there should be a benefit to being participatory in the whole venture that leads to the income. So you shall not muzzle an ox when it treads out the grain. The job is treading out the grain. The ox is the employee, and you should not muzzle them. They should be able to participate in the result. And the laborer deserves his wages. Now, there are many cases out there, legal cases, where an employee feels cheated. They've been slighted. They've been laid off, without their correct agreed stipend, days off or whatever the case may be, or their boss literally just tries to cheat them. They're not accurately tracking their overtime and all kinds of things like this. That was why we had unions in the old days, because there was such a disparity and such unfairness in the workplace that there had to be a body to police this. I don't know that that's necessarily as urgent today, because there are other laws outside that just keep this, for the most part, keep people honest. But at the end of the day, the laborer deserves his wages. So you as an employer should not be cheating your employer. You as an employer should not be cheating your employee, and you as an employee should you should deserve the wage. You should deserve the wage. So that's why I chose this verse, because I thought it captured a bunch of concepts: the job at hand, the benefit for doing the job, deserving the wage, and not cheating the employee out of their wage that they truly have earned. So that was the topic of wages. The next one we'll be covering is interest. And so join me in the next video.